Meet Miffy, a sweet little rabbit that's been in the kawaii spotlight for decades.
But did you know she actually doesn't come from Japan?
Or the fact that she sued Hello Kitty. How did this little rabbit become a kawaii sensation?
And why does everybody think she comes from Japan?
Hi friends, I'm Amber.
And I'm Cree.
And we're so obsessed with all things kawaii that we literally moved across the world to Japan to study Japanese just so we can learn everything there is to know about our favorite characters.
And we share what we learned with you guys here.
Let's get into Miffy. Alright, let's start with the basics. Who exactly is Miffy? If you're anything like us and obsessed with all things kawaii, you've definitely seen this bunny hopping around the kawaii world.
Wearing some seriously cute outfits. But Miffy isn't new to the scene. She's actually been around since 1955.
Oh, she's a grandma, a grand bunny.
Ooh, I made some cookies.
Miffy's got this super simple and innocent vibe. No complications and no drama like some other kawaii characters. She's all about positivity and trying new things.
Yes, this adventurous little bunny is actually the star of 30+ children's books.
Wow.
Part of her charm is her minimalist design. It's simple, sweet, and just screams kawaii perfection. Kawaii perfection!
Oh my god. But just how big of a star is Miffy, you ask? Well, Japan is literally obsessed with this Dutch bunny.
Like, obsessed. People sometimes even think she's a Sanrio character.
We'll talk more about that later, but first, let's talk about where she comes from. Something that often confuses fans is that despite being a kawaii sensation, Miffy isn't actually from Japan. And I don't mean the way that Hello Kitty was born in London and created in Japan.
Miffy was actually created in the Netherlands. I thought that was fake.
Miffy's creator was a Dutch artist called Dick Bruna, who was on vacation with his son when he noticed a cute little rabbit in the sand dunes, which became the inspiration for Miffy.
This little bunny, drawn with minimalist black lines and primary colors, became the star of Bruna's storybooks.
Miffy quickly became a global sensation and was especially embraced by Japan, the country where all things cute and simple thrive, like the designs in Sanrio.
In Japan, there are Miffy bakeries, cafes, and shops, but we're gonna get into Miffy's popularity in Japan a little bit later.
Because of her popularity in Japan, a lot of fans mistakenly think that Miffy comes from Sanrio, which isn't really a surprise because Sanrio's designs are all simple too, like Hello Kitty, Cinnamon Roll, Pom Pom Purin.
Yes, Miffy actually looked so much like a Sanrio character that Bruna actually tried suing Sanrio over it. So one of Hello Kitty's friends named Kathy, which was also a white rabbit, looked suspiciously like our friend Miffy, especially if you took off her red ribbon.
Yeah, so basically Bruna thought that Sanrio was stealing the Miffy design. Luckily though, the two companies were able to come to a resolution. Sanrio would stop using Kathy for merchandise, and both parties would donate the money that they would have used in legal fees to help rebuild Japan, which was just hit by a tsunami at the time.
Wow, how collaborative.
That's what happens with kawaii companies.
Kawaii companies should rule the world. What do you think? Are you Team Miffy or Team Hello Kitty and Kathy?
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and you'll be automatically entered to win one of these exclusive Blippo water bottles. What? So Cree, is Miffy a boy or a girl?
Well, she might wear pants once in a while, but she's actually a lady bunny.
Yeah, so Bruna actually wanted to make her a boy when he was first coming up with the character. Then he thought it would be cute if she was wearing a dress, and he made her into a girl. That's the whole story. So yeah, she was originally designed to wear dresses, but these days she wears whatever she wants, including swimsuits and even kimonos. Miffy is a very fashionable bunny.
Yeah, she's even had collabs with different fashion brands like Tommy Hilfiger and Uniqlo.
Yeah, we'll have to dive more into those collabs a bit later.
Let's do it! Now that we know she's a girl, let's talk about her name. What does Miffy actually mean?
So Miffy actually doesn't have any specific meaning. It's just a cute international sounding name that the artist chose. Though when Miffy was first created, she actually had a different name, which was a Dutch name, and I'm so sorry because I don't speak Dutch, so I'm definitely going to butcher this, but it's Ninjete.
Ooh, like a ninja.
I don't know. I don't think so. It's the shortened way of, again, I'm gonna butcher this, Konjinte, which means little bunny in English.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. If you're Dutch, please let us know the correct pronunciation in the comments.
Her original name was hard to pronounce for non-Dutch speakers, so she has a different name in almost every language.
Well, she used to. When it was originally translated in France, she was known as Les Petites Lapines. Sorry, I don't speak French as well. And then in Japan, she was known as Usako-chan.
Usako means little bunny.
Yeah.
The author realized that it might be confusing for fans if the character had 50 different names, so he decided to work with an English translator to come up with one cute name for the bunny.
And the name they came up with was Miffy.
Despite being made in 1955, Miffy is still super popular.
Especially in Japan. In fact, she might even be more popular in Japan than she is in her home country of the Netherlands.
Sure, she might have a museum or two in her home country, but in Japan, she has shops, bakeries, cafes, and even flower shops.
Yeah, in the land where kawaii characters thrive, Miffy is a big deal.
But why is Miffy so popular in Japan?
So just like kids in the Netherlands, kids in Japan grow up with Miffy. They read her books, watch her TV shows, and even learn how to draw her in school. So she's pretty familiar. Miffy's family and friends actually differ in Japan and in the Netherlands. Let's talk about her Japan family.
Yes, her dad is really reliable and her mom is very kind.
She also has a younger sibling simply named Baby, who we don't really know anything about.
There was no gender reveal party.
We don't know the gender.
Miffy's grandpa is a skilled carpenter and her grandma loves knitting.
There's also her aunt Fuaku-san, who loves parties and does a lot of fun things with Miffy.
Oh, sounds like a great aunt. Her uncle is a pilot who loves taking Miffy on adventures across the sky. I wish my uncle was a pilot.
As for her friends in Japan, Miffy has Da, a transfer student.
She also has a pig named Fugako-chan.
Nina-chan is a brown bunny who became Miffy's pen pal.
The rabbits Ah and Will-Main are good friends with Miffy too.
So yeah, Miffy has a ton of fun people in her life.
Miffy started out as a storybook bunny, starring in over 30 books. Simple, brightly colored, and timeless, these are made easy for children to read.
Yes, and they've been translated into over 50 languages. No wonder the whole world loves Miffy. Reading not your thing?
Don't worry, Miffy's on TV too. She has her own stop-motion show called Miffy and Friends.
They're based on her original books with a quaint animation style. So cute.
The show was so popular, it lasted for 3 seasons and has 39 episodes.
Yeah, and this isn't the only time Miffy's hopped her way into the spotlight. She's also been a major star in the fashion scene, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's go.
Miffy is a kawaii icon, and that's why everyone wants to collab with her.
Miffy has teamed up with all sorts of brands and companies. For example, Starbucks Japan teamed up with Miffy to come up with all sorts of cute items.
She's also collabed with a cookware company called Bruno and Tatsumaru Art Textiles.
And with the kawaii Japanese manga character, Chibi Maruko-chan. So yeah, these are just a few of the collabs Miffy has done because she's done a lot. As a kawaii fan, we all know that superstars like Cinnamon Roll and Pom Pom Purin have their own cafes.
But did you know Miffy has not 1, not 2, but nearly 10 cafes?
Like the Miffy Cafe Tokyo, which is where we are right now.
And tons of other ones too, with Miffy-themed decor, drinks, desserts, and food.
Yeah. So much Miffy. All of the cafes are different and some of them are really unique.
For example, if you're looking to nab some flowers, hang out with friends, and eat cute sweets,
then try the Miffy Cafe flower shops like the one located in Sunshine City, Ikebukuro. If you thought having a bunch of cafes would be enough for Miffy fans in Japan,
then you're in for a surprise. Miffy also has bakeries too, and they all have different menus, so it's worth visiting them all. There's lots of tasty goods like the Miffy snack bread, which you can also get a lot of cute merch for. Just don't eat it. Another must-visit Miffy spot in Japan is, and I'm sorry in advance because I'm definitely gonna butcher the name, the Tenbosch theme park in Nagasaki. It's a completely Dutch-themed theme park, and they're opening up an exclusive Miffy section soon. Obviously, we're gonna make a whole video on it, don't worry.
Now that you've gone down the Miffy rabbit hole, you can't find your way out without getting a few goodies for your kawaii collection.
And lucky for you, there are tons of places to buy Miffy goodies, especially in Japan.
The trickier part is deciding what to get.
Should you get the Miffy shirt, the Miffy plushie,
The Miffy notebook, or the Miffy waffle maker?
they have that. Everything you can possibly need or want has a Miffy-fied version of it. If you'd like to learn about Sanrio's cutest rabbit, then make sure to check out the next video on My Melody. Bye!
Bye! She owed. She owed. She's 11 years older than me. You do the math.
I don't think you're that old, Cray.